we are teaching our students how to set goals, how to achieve goals, and how to learn to be physically active while also learning to defend themselves. Hey guys, Sensei Jen here, coming at you with another mat chat, which will bring you tips and tricks for making the most of your training. Now today we're gonna be discussing the bow. We know, because we see it so often, that the bow is the cornerstone of the martial arts. Specifically, when we are discussing traditional karate, the bow is a very important symbolic move that we do often throughout the class. Not only is it present at the beginning and the ending of your classes, but you should also be doing your bow on the way into and on the way out of the dojo mats. Now, these bowing motions are really important because they are an outward reflection of something that we all believe deeply in the martial arts. When you do this bowing motion, you are showing respect, but you're also portraying humility, which is a really important aspect of the martial arts. Now, when we talk about respect, we are talking about treating others the way we want to be treated, and that is super important in all aspects of life, no matter what stage or age you are in your life. But when we talk about humility, sometimes people aren't quite exactly sure what we mean when we say that. And so in the martial arts, it's important to remember that we believe that everyone should be treated as equals. The only thing that should set you apart from others when you're in your training is your skill level. And so the bow is a way to show equality and humility towards those around you. When you do your bow, you are placing yourself in a lower position. By doing so, you are reminding yourself that although you may be good at things in karate training and also in life, there are others that are equally good at other things that maybe you struggle with. And so we remember to be humble, we remember to have humility, and we remember that we are all on a journey toward self-improvement over time. Now, the bow is a very important movement that we do, and so we want to make sure that we're doing it properly. Your feet should be positioned at a 45-degree angle. The proper bow should be done at a slight angle, and you should hold it just slightly. On the way up, as you rise, that should be done very slowly also. Now, while you're doing your bow, you should not keep your eye straight ahead. Your eyes should be directed downward toward the mat in front of you, approximately 3 feet in front of where you're standing. The lowering of the body and the lowering of the eyes is exactly the motion that portrays humility. So if you do your bow with your eyes lowered and your body at that slight angled position, you are performing a proper bow. Now, the hands cannot be overlooked. You want to make sure that your hands are positioned open on the sides of your legs with your fingers together and your thumbs tucked to the side. When doing your bow, you should not be hitting your legs with your hands, and the hands should stay relatively in the same place all throughout the motion. Now, the Japanese word for bow is rei. R-E-I. Sometimes you'll hear the instructor say a word slightly before that, and usually that word is kyotsuke, which means attention. So you'll see the class straighten up into a rigid position and then follow that with the bow. Now, when should you bow? That's a great question, and oftentimes beginners aren't quite sure when they should or should not be bowing. And I will tell you, if you do a bow, it's never a bad time to do that. So don't worry about over bowing. However, I will tell you that there are some places that you'll be expected to do your bow. On the way in and out of the dojo is one of them, as well as anytime you begin or end a session with a partner. These are moments when we want to show that decorum and respect and humility towards the people and the area around you. Another time where you would be expected to perform your bow is when you are addressing an instructor. Oftentimes you should use your bow to get the instructor's attention and then wait for them to respond to you with their own bow before asking any question you may have. When bowing to an instructor, it is traditional and customary to say onegashimasu, which roughly translates as please teach me. You'll hear this word said often when students and senseis are interacting with each other. Another Japanese term that you may hear is shomen ni, which means toward the front or to the front. Often you will see this performed at the beginning and ending of the class where the instructors and the students are facing each other. They've performed their bow to each other, and then they all will turn toward a section of the room that is designated as the front, the head area. At our dojo, we actually have a picture of our founder, Tatsuo Shimabuku, in the Shomen area, and we will do a bow also in that direction. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about the bow and the proper uses and ways to do your bow. Join me again for another mat chat for some future tips and tricks to help you make the most of your training. Thanks, guys. I will see you in the next one.